Well, for many people, Saturday is a day off work, a day of fun, but not for the pothole repair crews. February 22nd, that's today. That's the pothole blitz across Toronto. On average, across the city of Toronto, 200,000 potholes are filled every season. We've already filled 29,000 this year. So today is the big pothole repair blitz, and that will be taking place across Toronto. It's actually pretty amazing how quickly they can fill these potholes. So they will be on routes like the Gardner, the DVP, across city streets as well. On a typical day, there's about 25 crews out filling potholes. That's how bad some of the streets are across Toronto. But on the blitz day, there's going to be about 50 crews out. So streets may be moving a little slower. Look out for the pothole repair crews. They're making the roads better for us. And we're making the temperatures better for you. Oh yeah, that southwesterly wind. It's going to be breezy. We're going to feel that breeze today and tomorrow, but it's driving in all of this warm air. And it certainly feels like spring across southern Ontario. As we take you into tomorrow morning, if you're out for your run or you're walking your dog early tomorrow morning, you still need the gloves on. It's going to be a little chilly, -3 in Kitchener, -3 in Orangeville, -1 for Toronto. But look at this. We go into the afternoon. This feels like spring, doesn't it? 8 in Markham. 9 in Mississauga, 9 for Brampton, Oakville, Burlington, just on the cusp of getting into those double digits. Now, as we go into the evening, Sunday evening, thinking about back to work, back to school, we're 4 degrees. 4 for an evening in February, that is warmer than what our daytime highs should be. And this warmth is going to continue as we go into Monday as well. Have a look at the 3-day forecast here. Kitchener, Markham, Pickering, Burlington, all above seasonal. Still 9 degrees in Burlington by the time we're into Monday, but look at Tuesday here. Temperatures are starting to drop and we're getting a little active. So that is the next system that we're tracking. Right now we have a lot of dry air in place. Dry air right throughout this weekend. So we're not worried about any travel trouble when it comes to systems moving in this weekend. But moist air starts to move in, hinting that a system is moving through, and that's likely late Monday and in through Tuesday. So as we look at this model here, still a little far out, but what we're thinking is as this system comes in, a bit of a rain-snow mix, especially rain down across the southwest, and then that will continue to track across the lower Great Lakes through Tuesday and Wednesday. Ottawa likely to get hit with some snow into Wednesday as well, sort of on that cusp of maybe that west sort of slushy stuff. So still pinpointing exactly where that freezing line will lie with this system, but we do think across the lower Great Lakes, Tuesday and Wednesday, that's where things will get active, and then this system is also going to pull temperatures down. Temperatures falling in behind the system. Hello, cold air is coming back. Look at this 7-day forecast. Barry, we're going to call you out on this one. By the time we're into next Saturday, -10. So a 20-degree temperature difference from this weekend to next. It's great to have you along with us on this Saturday. For many Canadians, this Saturday in February feels more like a Saturday in April. Spring is showing up for so many people across the east. Still have a little bit of sea-effect snow in Newfoundland, but for people across Ontario, you almost feel like you could have some drinks out on the patio today. And that's going to be the kind of weather you'll experience into tomorrow as well. For the Maritimes, Sunday and Monday, that's when your temperatures really start to rise. Take a look at this. In the Maritimes, Monday, when you're back to work and school, Moncton is at 7 degrees, Fredericton at 8, still cool in Newfoundland. And I want to take you to Newfoundland right now, where it seems like this province is stealing all the snow from all of Canada. Have a look. And lucky for you, you've just always been on that side of the system in Newfoundland. We do have a system that's coming into Ontario that's going to end this spell of spring. And it does look like as the system rises, it starts with a bit of a rain-snow mix across the south, likely more into Tuesday. And then it will bring a large swath of snow across Ontario. Ottawa could be into the snow by the time we see about Wednesday. We're also tracking fresh snow through Alberta today and into tomorrow. Today, a burst of snow likely to happen throughout central of Saskatchewan. And temperature-wise, you're not quite patio weather across the west, but still quite warm. Lethbridge, you know what? I'll put you in patio weather. You could definitely get outside in that. Grab your umbrella in Vancouver, though, because you got some showers throughout the day today. You are watching the Weather Network. It is Saturday today. February coming to a close and temperatures way above seasonal. It does not feel like February for many places. And if you think this is warm across the Maritimes, 4 degrees in Miramichi, wait till you see the temperatures into tomorrow and Monday. We're talking close to double digits. And you can enjoy a little bit of sea effect snow, Cape Breton Island, western edge of Newfoundland today. And then that's going to ease as we get into tomorrow. The winds are really bringing in the warmth. That is what is contributing to this spring-like vibe across Ontario and into Quebec today. Some of these temperatures are pretty impressive. Look at this as we go into Sunday, 9 degrees in Toronto. 9 in St. Catharines as well. Even up in cottage country, we're talking temperatures 5 and 6 degrees. So when does this warm spell come to an end? Well, we're going to hold on to that heat, let's call it, into Monday. Tuesday, temperatures starting to drop off, and that's because we're looking at a system. So a system is going to track up the Appalachians, move into the lower Great Lakes, and this is likely to bring a mix of rain and snow to start, and then we'll see a swath of snow track across the east. Likely by the end of the week, it'll end up into Labrador. So it's a system we're watching. All of that dry air moves out of the way, and the warm spring spell, yeah, it'll come to an end. Have a look at Ottawa, for example, your 7-day forecast. You can see it here. There's the warmth. Temperatures cooling down by Friday and Saturday. Okay, that's back to February kind of air. And it looks like that system could impact the nation's capital Wednesday and in through Thursday. Now, we do have some precipitation that we're talking about on the west side of the country. In Vancouver, for example, we have some on and off showers today, but we're not seeing that all day steady rain. So you can still get outside, enjoy a little bit of a Saturday in the backyard. As we look in through Monday, upwards of about 30 millimeters of rain, and the passes seeing some snow and likely to see more persistent snow into tomorrow. All right, now it's time to have some fun. We want to take you up to Mattawa and North Bay. This was me this week. I had such a good time embracing winter, going tubing. Have you been tubing before? It is exhilarating, and this homemade luge in the backyard was just such a good time. Embrace winter before all of that snow melts. And right now, it is time to share your weather. I need more winter. Honestly, I need more winter weeks because I just need to embrace the season just a little more. Just like Hudson was doing here in tiny Ontario. Beautiful scenes from Georgian Bay. And look at this, Cobourg, Lake Ontario, freezing up against the pier. We love it when you share your weather with us. Use the hashtag online. What a warm, gorgeous Saturday for so many people across eastern Canada. This ridge of high pressure is pumping in the heat right here where we live in the Golden Horseshoe, and it is bringing you a spring-like weekend in February. February 22nd today. Not too often that we see 6 degrees, but the wind out of the southwest, that is really what's drawing up all of this warm air. It's essentially pushing it into our backyard. So the wind is going to be a little breezy, especially around the lakeshore. You may feel a little bit cooler down by the lake as well. A very common sign that spring is on the way. And these temperatures, wow, they are just pretty impressive. Tomorrow morning, walking the dog, going for a run early. Okay, you need to bundle up a little. You're still going to need gloves, -3 in Newmarket. But look at that into the afternoon. What a forecast. 7 in Whitby, 9 in Toronto, 9 in Mississauga. Many places sort of on the cusp of getting into those double digits. Now you look at temperatures like this and you think, wow, this has never happened before, right? February is always so cold. This must have never happened. Well, what if I were to tell you that it has happened and it's actually been even warmer and we're not even close to breaking any records with this springtime warm up? As we look at the records for the date, Saturday and Sunday in Ottawa, we'd have to get up to 12 degrees. We're not going to be anywhere close to 12 in Ottawa today. Windsor would have to get up to almost 20 degrees to break the record for tomorrow. So that is just not going to happen. So yes, this is warm, but it is not unprecedented. It has happened before. Warm Februaries, they occur across the Golden Horseshoe. Now above seasonal, above average, that is another story I want to talk about. When we look at the rainfall across places like Toronto and the snowfall as well, things have been very active. We've been looking at that active jet stream bringing in a lot of systems. The rainfall, 148 millimeters. We've been tracking that since December, so way above normal. Normal is about 83, and we've been looking at that same story with the snowfall as well. So far this season, we've tracked 115 centimeters of snow at Pearson, and Emily has the details as to where it's all gone. We love our seasonal forecast reveals here at the Weather Network, and we are already talking spring. On Wednesday, it is an all-day event. We will show you our predictions for the upcoming season, so make sure you tune in. Now, for me, a certain sign of spring is when we start talking about maple syrup. Have a look at how one farmer is trying to ramp up production. And of course, the weather plays a huge role in sap production. You need those cold temperatures at night and then a real nice sunny warm up throughout the day. That's how they can pump out the most sap. And we'll certainly see that across the lower Great Lakes with this warm up to this afternoon. Just beautiful in Toronto, 6 degrees, even Thunder Bay up to 6 degrees, Halifax at 3, much warmer as we look ahead at tomorrow in the Maritimes. Places like Fredericton by Monday, you'll be up to 8 degrees. So a good spring-like warm up on the way. Lots of dry air throughout the east as we go through this weekend, but a system is approaching, and that is going to put a halt to the spring-like temperatures. It's even going to take some cities down to -10 for daytime highs by the time we end next week, and you can see the details right now. Imagine a snowstorm coming into your neighborhood and bringing this much snow. This is upwards of 6 meters of snow, and it fell on a town in Turkey. This is a story that's trending online right now at theweathernetwork.com. Head to our website and you can read more about it and see some of these amazing visuals. People said they didn't even know where their homes were on the street. We'll be back with your forecast just after this. The power of a southwesterly wind. We are feeling it across eastern Canada. A big warm up. It is happening now. Thank you so much for spending some time with us here at the Weather Network. I'm Rachel Schoutsen. Dry air through the weekend, warm temperatures. You might think spring is on the way. 9 degrees in Toronto on Monday. That is going to be very warm. Hamilton 9 tomorrow and into Monday as well. The Maritimes feeling that warm up as we look ahead at Sunday and Monday. Newfoundland, not so much of a warm up for you. You miss out on this one. Now I want to take you to the west where we've been tracking above normal rainfall for places like Vancouver. System after system coming in down the coast, spreading snow through the interior. And this has many people across BC worried about flooding into the spring. Have a look. Got a big reveal coming up here on the Weather Network. On Wednesday, it's an all-day event. We are releasing our spring forecast. And you know, many places across the country, we're looking at you in the West Coast, already starting to look like spring. Check this out. As we take you through this afternoon, 6 degrees in Kelowna, 8 in Abbotsford, 7 in Vancouver. More showers coming though. We are looking at some rain moving in tomorrow. Higher elevation looking at snow, freezing levels about 800 to 1,000 meters. Now on the East Coast, it's been feeling like spring. We have 7 degrees in Ottawa, 9 in Toronto on Monday, even warmer as we get into Tuesday. But for the skiers and snowboarders, don't be fooled. We're still looking at more snow to go this season. Another system moving in, and I'll tell you about it coming up.